What is up, everybody? It's your boy Steve here. Today, we're going to do an update about the video I covered yesterday about the studio who are making Phantom Blade Zero. Before, it was stated that one of the developers were spoken to, gave an interview saying how they said nobody cared about the Xbox system. Apparently, there's been an update because the rules that interview has been going viral. They've been getting a lot of negative backlash about how they're not putting their games on Xbox or how to participate in this console or nonsense. So they made a PR statement saying, recently we noticed that some media outlets have claimed to have interviewed an unnamed developer from S-Game at China Joy, who seems to have made some statements regarding this release platform and strategy for Phantom Blade Zero. We want to clarify that these claimed statements do not represent S-Game's values or culture, as we believe in making our game accessible to everyone and have not ruled out any platforms for Phantom Blade Zero. Because they are a brand new IP, they need to sell this game amongst all consoles, because that is very strange for them to just outright say, hey, screw this console with 30 plus million people on it, which is the Xbox Series consoles. That'd be very bizarre for a new IP. So they haven't ruled out an Xbox version of not coming. And because they have made this backtracking statement that this could possibly come to Xbox as well, some Sony fanboys were in their feelings. I don't know why they're so angry. It's like, this is just, once again, this is a run-of-the-mill Souls game. It's like there's so many different Souls-style games. I don't know what really sets this one apart than the other ones, but it's another Souls games. Sony fanboys are not too happy that these people have backtracked on that original statement. So this person states that nobody needs an Xbox is true, though. Say that the 30 million plus people who bought the system. Sure, it didn't sell as much as the PlayStation 5 has, but still a large chunk of people on that platform. So it seems to me that these guys are just butthurt that people prefer Xbox over a PlayStation. Oh, how dare they? Somebody like an Xbox over a PlayStation. Another false rumor debunked. Somebody jumped at the chance to post about it too. Darn, thanks for clarifying. Yeah, this was the big news of the weekend, so. And I'm like, that type of bad PR for this new upcoming studio? That's not a good look. So they had to clarify. Because I'm like, if the Final Fantasy games, who were made by Square Enix, didn't get that big of a buzz on PlayStation, with those many games being exclusive, how much more can this random indie studio do? This random upcoming studio with this new IP do? So I had a feeling that this apology was going to come sooner or later. And we see it was the very next day. They did an apology. They did the new PR apology. So this guy says F Xbox. Okay. Once again, they're so mad that Xbox even exists, which I just find hilarious. You would have been cooler if you confirmed this. Xbox has never ever won a single console generation against PlayStation since 2001. It's irrelevant. Pretty sure they would have won the 360 generation. That was the closest and the most dominant year for Xbox. I'm pretty sure they didn't win because Xbox stopped production and PlayStation stuff still kept going, which was the major difference. But the Xbox 360 generation, pretty much they dominated over PlayStation by a large margin. So I know a lot of these PlayStation guys want to forget that era. They want to act like that's like the dark ages. But yeah, Xbox was very dominant during the 360 generation, which I guess they just want to erase that from their memory banks or whatever. But don't develop for Xbox, or I won't even buy a copy. This dude wasn't going to buy a copy of this game anyway. Like, what type of saltiness is that? If they made the game for Xbox, you won't even buy a copy? Like, that's just stupid and just pure saltiness to even make a statement like that. Game Pass has corrupted Xbox gamers and set to destroy the Xbox brand. This guy's just typing nonsense now. People in the comments really want Xbox to not exist. Have fun with your $100 games without competition. You know what? I think these people actually want to pay more for video games without competition because they just get so butthurt about Xbox existing. They're so mad that people just don't prefer to purchase PlayStation. Like, they're mad that options exist. It's just sad. It's really sad. The only gamers that do not want Xbox to be around are either those too young to have left their parents' home or those who have skipped every business course in undergrad. Either you're too young and you don't even buy consoles anyway because you don't have one probably, or the people who are just like dummies, like who don't know how business works, that you don't want to have just one console maker be in the console market. You want to at least have multiple console makers, but these dummies just want one. Someone on your team got caught running their mouth, and now you have to pretend it's not all of you. You actually chose to skip Xbox, so your little we are hard at work on both the development and the publisher fronts to ensure that as many players as possible. Statement is BS. Either way, I don't think they want to make enemies of Microsoft or get blacklisted from Microsoft. Like, once again, that is pretty crazy to see a developer or a publisher actively say we don't want our game on this platform because you don't know what can happen in the future. So it's kind of weird to get that bad PR about a console maker. One of the big three, as we call it. It's very odd right there. Many players as possible interest only time will tell me, well, sorry for us Xbox players. We know that Sony picks a game as GG's for multi-platform. Kind of an odd way to know about this game's exclusivity, no doubt. Once again, I don't really care. I'm not even a fan of the Dark Souls style games anyway. And once again, there's so many to choose from. So I wasn't really pissed off either way, to be honest. These comments are toxic AF. It's just a whole bunch of Sony guys coping and mad that they might make this game on Xbox. There you go, understand you don't burn your bridges for a dying brand like PlayStation. It's okay, you don't need to apologize to the Xbots. They allow themselves to get treated like third-class citizens by Phil Spencer and co. No need for us, your studio, to apologize to the Xbox for taking issue with your statement instead of Microsoft. They need to get their priorities straight. This is such a ridiculous statement right there. Like, let's not forget that, you know, we still got Game Pass. We're still getting Call of Duty day one in the service on Game Pass, while other consoles, aka the PlayStation, you gotta pay full price for the game. So, you know, I'm not really feeling like a third-class citizen, as this guy states, especially when I'm getting a premium game like that day one of the service. I don't really feel third class at that point, to be honest, but to each their own. PlayStation fanboys in the comments upset that they need to find a new lot to run with. Yeah. Pretty much. Still a lot of Xbox people celebrating this, but the game is going to PS5 and PC, so they early chose to skip Xbox. Actions speak louder than words, people. Once again, I don't really care that much. I could care less about this game, to be honest. Absolutely wild, the Summit Outlets basically wrote, we spoke to a nameless developer at one of the largest expos in the world, and he said Xbox is bad, and it was enough to convince so many people. No recording, no pictures, no names. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's a slow news week, so people went with this one because it's anti-Xbox, so. He was right for saying if you don't need that platform no more, everything else can make your money. The Xbox is dead, you know it, and all developers know it. Bro, these guys are really salty about Xbox. Like, jeez. They're not this salty about Nintendo, not this salty about PC, but they are definitely salty about Xbox existing. That's just pathetic. Like, jeez. Your transparency and professionalism are very refreshing to witness. I have read rumors of a fall 2025 release. If this is true, I applaud it. Take your time. I'd rather enjoy a well-prepared meal than a fast snack. Yeah, so it might be an Xbox version later down the road. Who knows? Who knows at this point in time? They're not really rolling that out with a statement like this. So much for that. Is this a pony being laughed at? How pathetic do you have to be to trail on this rumor? Like, they were so happy that this rumor existed so they can have some type of W over Xbox fans about this random Dark Souls, the 100 for Dark Souls ripoff game. Like, really? They would do anything to get a W. Like, anything. Yeah, I'm gonna conclude it right here. I guess it's a big L for gaming journalists as well, because they are the official sources for gaming news, and they just went with this rumor as a fact. So big L for gaming journalists as well too. So, you know, just a funny thing that got corrected over the weekend. But there you go. This game is possibly coming to Xbox at a later date, but they're not working on it right now. You know, they don't want to participate in the console war nonsense, and Sony fanboys are just butthurt about it, which is hilarious. But I'm going to conclude it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like if you like this video, and as always, thanks for watching, and peace.